I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of the husband
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Roger West,
why I, Roger West,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Sharon Lardner,
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Sharon Lardner,
why I, Sharon Lardner,
may not be joined in matrimony
why I may not be joined in matrimony
to Roger West.
to Roger West. I call upon these persons here present
To witness that I, Sharon Lardner,
to witness that I, Sharon Lardner,
do take thee, Roger West,
do take thee, Roger West,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
sickness and in health,
to love, respect and honour,
to love, respect,
until death separates us,
until death separates us,
according to God's design,
according to God's design.
and to this I give you
And to this I give you
my most solemn promise.
my most solemn promise.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body I honour you,
With my body I honor you,
and all that I am I give to you,
and all that I am I give to you.
and all that I have I share with you.
and all that I have I share with you.
Let these rings be a reminder
Let these rings be a reminder
of our mutual promises.
of our mutual promises.
In the name of God,
In the name of God,
Father, Son and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son and Holy Spirit.
It gives me the absolute greatest of pleasure to now pronounce you husband and wife in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit. Roger, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
You may kiss your beautiful bride.
Obviously, it's lovely to see you all looking so fabulous, and thank you so much for coming along today to make this day as special as it has been for Mum and Rog. So this is a different kind of speech, so I was saying, the son of the bride speech, and it's not normal, but really, when has his family ever really been considered normal? Not really. I'll try not to go on too long, as I know we're all eagerly anticipating whatever the hell Roger's going to come out with, which is going to be a bit special, I'm sure we can all agree. So, I'm a lucky guy, as I've always been fortunate to have a fantastic relationship with my mum. She's always been there for me and helped me out at just about every turn. I've got honestly countless memories of us, but what always sticks out is your sense of humour. Mostly you'll find us joking around on holidays, wherever the hell it will be, whether that be Bream for a caravan or will be going up somewhere in Turkey, wherever it will be. The last few years it's quite often been drinking games, if I'm honest. Whether that be, say, at a bar or maybe, you know, with Nan, in the conservatory. Sorry to bring up those Jaeger bomb memories now. I know you're still getting over those. Oh, Bab, it's like Cavonia. Oh, Bab, oh, it's awful. Oh, dear. Oh, oh what are you doing to me? Haggis bombs, I think, this time now. Or maybe, Mum, we're going back to school days and how you'd pick me up at the end of the day, and you managed to have me laughing my head off no matter how the day had gone. It's fair to say that our relationship is a unique one, but know that I am incredibly thankful for everything that you've done and continue to do for me. We've had our fair share of ups and downs over the years, but we've always stick together, no matter what. And after our rockiest moments in 2012, I realised that your happiness was extremely important, more so than ever, and she deserves someone who was going to make her truly happy. So when Rog came along, in about 2013 it was, I was away in Thailand and came out to sea, and I came back after a long trip. I met him and I thought, you know, is he up for the job, really, of looking after the mother, the Shaz? The first time I met him, I was about 16, 17 years of age. I invited him into the garden for a sit down. I went to meet him on the bus, he wasn't driving at the time, and I walked him over. Okay, hello, nice to meet you. We went and sat back, and I think I just finished watching The Godfather, or something like that, because I said, let's have a sit down, Rog. You sit there, I'll sit here. Rog kind of had that aging Jason Statham look going, you know, 37 I believe it was. So I thought, well, best be careful here, you know, fellow Coventry and stuff. But after a short interrogation, I realised that this man seemed like the perfect guy for the job. Over the years, I've got to watch your relationship grow stronger and welcome people into the family like Roger's amazing daughter, Remy. It's been great watching you grow up the last few years and getting to know you along the way, whether that be when I'll be coming back from school and you'd be sat on the Xbox on Saints Row, running someone over and shooting a load of people and loving it, and I'll be like, when can I get a go? And you're like, in a minute, I'm killing someone. I'm like, oh, right, okay. You know, or it'd be me and you, I've got videos of us sat on FaceTime on the Mac, you know, before you were on the Snapchat and all that. The family, I think we can agree, you know, is the strongest it's ever been, and I think that's reflected in how strong the pair of you are and how well you are suited together. I think we can all agree that. Now, there have been evenings I've sat back and thought, how is it possible that somehow Rog can be as crazy as Mum? Whether that be dancing to Bucks Fizz in front of the TV on a Friday night, or seeing the pictures and hearing the stories of one of your outings or trips abroad. It's mad, honestly, Rog, to think how well you fit in this family. So when the day finally came that you both decided to get married, this really put the icing on the cake. Now, the planning and preparation over the last years has altered quite a bit, maybe dramatically is a word, thanks to this bloody virus, but I'm thankful because it meant, you know, we could all be here together to celebrate this special day. We celebrated Mum's 50th birthday recently. After a few tears, we looked forward, we looked ahead, as that's what this family does. Everything happens for a reason. That reason brought us all together today, which is far more special. Mum, walking you down the aisle today was one of the proudest moments of my entire life. And I think we can all agree that she looks absolutely stunning. Go on, guys. I think we can all agree. Getting to see you marry Rog, seeing how happy he makes you, as he has for the last 7 years, meant so damn much. I might be able to have you laughing from time to time, but Rog is the one who keeps you smiling every day and stands by your side through thick and thin. You are a loving, caring, selfless human being who I'm fortunate enough to have as a mother and as a best friend. You've devoted your life to looking after me, as well as taking care of Rog the last 7 years as well. You spent the best part of 20 years helping the homeless and those less fortunate to a better life. You are a hell of a role model, and I simply would not be the man I am today without you. So traditionally, this kind of speech would offer words of wisdom of some kind, but in my role, I think I'll just say this. You both bring out the very best of each other, so continue to do the same. Continue to pick each other up on the bad days, be kind to yourselves, and of course, to each other. And never forget that I'm here for both of you 24/7, as are the people in this room. And I'd like you to all please raise your glasses to this very amazing power couple, to Sharon and Roger.
Sharon and Roger.
Aaron Rod. Hey!
Right, so, as you say, I've prepared a long speech, and it's here, but I must say, I could never honestly do a better job than Sam for that speech earlier on, so it did make me cry, and thank you very much for that, Sam. You know, we've all come a long way in our various vehicles. Some of us have got electric vans or engines, which need recharging every half an hour. And some of us need 5 parking spaces in the car park. But that set aside, no, it's been a hard year, and deep down, thank you very much for all coming today.
Come
Nearly
on,
finished.
elaborate.
Not yet, I haven't finished yet. There's another bit after this as well, but I just want to start it off by saying I love you. And if you'd like to open your envelope,
Please.
Yes.
So, if you need a friend, don't look to a stranger.
You know, in the end,
I'll always be there.
But when you're in doubt,
And when you're in danger,
take a look all around, and I'll be there.
I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say.
I know they don't sound the way I plan them to be.
But if you wait around a while, I'll make you fall for me.
I promise. I promise you I will.
Oh.
Great words, Rog. I think everyone was obviously eagerly awaiting to hear what you came out with. Always going to be difficult following that speech, as it was pretty difficult to follow anyway. Thanks, Rog. Just one of those in brackets. Wait for applause. Still waiting. Right. So after the first sit down, the first time meeting Rog, as I told you a little earlier, we simply got on like a house on fire. Hard to explain, but we just had a laugh from day one. And we both love my mum, so that's a pretty damn good start. It wasn't too long until you moved into the house. At the time, barely a pair of pants and socks to your neck. At the time, you were in between pants and socks at the time. I think it was. Mum obviously quickly jumped on that and sorted that out. At the time, I was often out with friends and back in the wee hours, or generally not at all. Rog would offer to come and save me, wherever that may be, and this led to what I call the hungover life lessons. Very special, this is. Now, these would be taught at different times, whether that be zooming down the M6 in the old MG, picking me up from God knows where, or over a bacon sarnie at the Stadium Caf, or maybe out for a cigarette in the garden at home. Rog gives pretty damn good advice, and at a time when I certainly needed it. Looking back now, I appreciate every conversation, every piece of advice, and simply the fact that you always put the effort in and was there for me when I needed a father figure. Over the years, oh dear, Rog became more settled, more part of the family, and in turn, he continued to come out of his shell. With this came his rather unique sense of humour and unusual wit. Rog will deliver one-liners that will often leave you more confused than laughing, but nonetheless, it's great to hear from time to time. I've brought friends round the house and he's usually been on top form. For instance, meeting Voj for the first time, he was asking him to paint the fences and tallying up the invoice of beers and food he consumed that evening, presenting the invoice later in the evening. Rog will often come back from a run to the corner shop with a lucky bag for myself and potentially any guests that I've brought round. Don't ask about that one. If it's a Friday night and the 80s music is flowing, he may regale you with a story of that particular song and how it's far better than any of the shit music that's out at the moment. After all, if it wasn't released between the years 1980 and 1989, it's a load of shit. Yeah, we've all heard that many times. That's pretty spot on. Roger's humour, positive energy and general character is why we all love him, and this is the reason I've had so many good times with this man. I've had to mention a couple of memories, Rog, that really stick out. For instance, when we went to see Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse live in Birmingham, We certainly painted the town red and found ourselves in some very interesting bars in certain places of Birmingham that I'll leave to your imagination and memories. You helped make some of the crazy things I've done possible, such as when I flew a plane, as well as when I jumped out of one. But really the memories that I go back to more than anything is our little traditions at Christmas time. We started a tradition around 2013 of going out to Cov early in the morning, having a few beers, buying a load of presents, having a few more beers, maybe buying one present, thinking about the cards, then having a few more beers. The first year we did it, we were told off quite a little by Mum, as Rog couldn't really say a word or speak, and all I could do was speak. Well, I wouldn't shut the hell up, would I, Mum? It'll be the 8th time this year we've done it, mate, and each one is memorable, and I really look forward to each one. Now, building on what I mentioned earlier, the relationship these pair have is fantastic. They're so well suited and complement each other in so many ways, really bringing the very best out of each other. I've been lucky enough to watch this partnership grow from day one, and now we have a solid team that can take on just about anything. So Rog, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking care and loving Mum when she needed it most. Giving me so much support and love over the years as well. The advice, the stories, the funny times and the sad times, the help when I needed it most, and the best mate to share a Stella with every time. You've been there for both of us every day for the last 7 years, and I am truly thankful, as I know Mum is too. As I've told you many times, home is not home without you, Rog. Not many people get to say they have 2 dads. Well, I'm lucky to have one looking down on us up there and one taking care of things down here, mate. So guys, I'm going to ask you all to raise your glasses one last time for this fabulous bride and the legendary groom, to Sharon and Roger. Mr. and Mrs. West.
Time, walking back to welfare lines, was getting past frustrated. Need something sacred. Oh, each day will bring a choice to make, equations to miscalculate. My courage is suffocating. I may have cheated, may have lied, but I'm just trying to survive. I feel afraid. Are you the same? Found my way in gold of troubles untold, the world on my shoulders. Oh, for all my imperfections, I've got you. You're all the stars between me and a fool. I'm a little bit wiser, I'm a little bit stronger. That's why we shine, tell you truthfully. For all my imperfections, you know me. I see in your reflection who to be. I'll always be there. And when you're in doubt, and when you're in danger, take a look all around, and I'll be there. I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say. I promise. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be. But if you wait around a while, I'll make you fall for me. I promise you I will. When your day is through, and so is your temper, you know what to do. I'm gonna always be there. Sometimes if I shout, it's not what's intended. These words just come out with no cross to bear.